What's going on, y'all? And welcome to another funny edition of The Funniest Here with Dominique and friends. And like I say every week, everybody come up in here funny. We don't do unfunny. I know it's accepted in the world today, but not on this podcast. No, it's not. Okay, so I'm going to introduce y'all to my guest today. Very funny brother. I've been knowing him for a long time. Good guy. You might know him. I tend to call him Commercial Man.
Hey, that's what they call me.
Yeah, because he get them commercials. You'll see him in them commercials, and when you look at the podcast, you'll be like, oh, damn, I know him. But you don't know his name, no. His name is Dannon Green.
Hey.
That's my boy, Dannon. Dannon, tell these people about yourself. They already know you Commercial Man, and tell them what's going on in your world.
Well, first of all, D, thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you for coming,
It's
Dannon.
always a pleasure to be on a podcast with a friend and a colleague and somebody that knows what the fuck they doing. So it's good to be there.
There's not a lot of that anymore.
Right, you're right. But stand-up, everybody knows me from stand-up. A lot of people know stand-up. I'm a Comic View, alumni. I've did Comic View about 5 times. Back in the day, had a half-an-hour special on Comic View. And I worked my way up. I was on a TV show, Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah.
Did about 6. I booked the original pilot. I don't know if you knew that.
Wow, no, I didn't know that.
I shot the original pilot. I booked the pilot. I played a guy named Mr. Corliss. If you look it up, I'll be Mr. Corliss. And we shot the pilot, and I had a hard on because I thought I finally made it. I got a show. And then
There's a lot of that in the business.
And then about 2 weeks before.
You be saying, this it?
Yeah.
This it? I done it.
Yeah, and right before, about 3 weeks before the show started promoting, I get a call from the producer, and they said, Danny, we got good news and bad news. I said, this ain't good. And he said, the good news is that the show got picked up, but the bad news, unfortunately, we cut your character.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Well, don't tell me about none of it. Lie to me. Tell me it ain't happening.
It ain't,
and then when I see it, I can be like, oh, you a bullshit. But for the moment.
Right.
Spare my feelings.
Right,
you know what I'm
exactly.
saying, Dan?
So, let me tell you, when I saw that bus go by with the little kid on there at the time promoting the show, I wanted to shoot the bus, but it was people on the motherfucker, so it wasn't no sense of catching the case.
No, you don't want to do that.
But they did give me 5 episodes, so that was good.
That was good.
I did 5 episodes of Everybody Hates Chris. I also was up for the TV show, That's So Raven.
Okay.
I made it to the final. I made it to network for that. Didn't get it. But I wound up doing a number of films. I wound up doing a number of films that I have, commercials from
Commercial Man.
I was the Popeyes chicken dude.
Yeah, always popping up in the commercial.
Yeah, and I got one active right now. I have McDonald's. That's the one.
Got McDonald's right now. If you don't know which one it is, they in the auto body shop.
Right.
Look at the people in the auto body shop.
Yeah.
And you're gonna see Danny.
We're in there to listen to the game on the radio.
Yes, and also another colleague of ours, Rich is in that.
Yeah, Rich, that's my man. Yeah, good dude.
Good dude.
You think I'm the Commercial Man? He's
Rich
the commercial. He is the. I think they allow him to make his own commercials. Like, nigga, you in it? Just, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna come up with it, and then I'm gonna be in it. You know?
Right.
So, but no, I've been doing my thing, D. I really have been.
You've been doing this thing for years and years.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know them it's about a whole bunch of popularity, but people out here working.
Yeah, grinding.
And we've been here for years and ain't going nowhere.
Ain't going nowhere.
Not till the casket drop.
Yeah,
Until then, look for us.
Yeah, and I'm gonna help you people out right now. I'm gonna help you out with a saying that Lawrence Fishburne, Larry Fishburne, LKL, Lawrence Fishburne told me one night. He told me this, he told me this about 15, 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Right, well, before the first Matrix, when the first Matrix come out.
15, 20 years ago.
Yeah, about 15, 20, about what, 2001 or 2, something like that?
About 2001 or 2. Let me
right
see.
Before he was going to, right before he was about to go shoot the Matrix.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
I had did a show for his management company, and he was in the audience. And my pager went on. So you know how long that
1999.
Right. So you know how long ago that was.
That was a long time ago.
Pager. So I looked.
We need to go back to pages.
We really need to. So
all this cell phone. I mean,
so I pulled when it was actually the beeper joint. When you reached when the first.
It was almost called like I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. Like,
then they had the one you could dial. The letters.
Right. Well, that was the one where you could read across.
Yeah, I know which one you talking about. Straight hustle.
Yeah. So. Man, my phone lines went off, so I stopped in the middle of my show because there was only about 30 people in the room before his management company, and I looked at it. And I said, oh, Gypsy was calling me. And I put it back on there. And Fishburne was sitting in the front row, true story. And everybody's, so I'm going to go back into my show. And he says, excuse me. He's dramatic in everything he does. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Yeah, what's up, man? It is very rude to look at your page while you're performing.
What?
So I looked at him, and I looked at the audience, and I said, who is this motherfucker? and he broke out dying laughing.
Yeah.
And so then after the show, Fishburne and I sat down. This is no lie. It was me, Fishburne, and was another guy. We sat at a table just like we are right now, and we talked D for about an hour and a half. We talked so long, I left. I'm like, nigga, I gotta go home. You know what I mean? I know you enjoy my company, but I gotta go. But he told me something that I'll never forget. He said, we were talking about people that had TV shows, and then you wouldn't see them again. Like they would be back in the day. People got deals and TV shows that you don't know, and then but they would be hot for 5 years, and you wouldn't see them again. And he said, "Look, my man, whatever you do," he said, "don't be hot for 5 years. You'd rather be warm for 25."
Yeah,
I never forgot that.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is we're warm. We can eat.
It's hell.
We can perform. It's hell. It's hell. Yeah. It's hell. It's burning the fuck
you
up.
ain't got to put us in the microwave.
Nah, we always cook.
Yeah, we always cook.
Yeah.
So the NBA playoffs, we gonna talk about the playoffs.
Let's do it. What's up?
Who you got?
Okay,
Danny?
now I'm gonna keep it 100.
Okay.
I'm from Philly.
First of all, who you think gonna win it all? I always start right there. Who you think gonna win it all?
Who do I think is gonna win it all?
Yeah, who you would, if you had to put your money on it right now, who would you put it on to win it all?
I'll put it on Houston.
That's who I'm going with too.
Okay, but I'm from Philly.
Okay.
But I'm a LeBron James big fanatic. I'm a LeBron James
You all
fanatic.
over the whole league.
Yeah, niggas get mad at me because I got more than one team. You know what I mean? They're like, man, you can't have two teams.
But
Nigga, I got
really
as many as I want.
You got players you like on certain teams.
See.
Like I like Houston because I'm a Chris Paul fan.
Okay, see,
I want Chris Paul to win.
Okay.
I'm from DC.
Okay,
so the Wizards in it. We play tonight.
Right.
And I want. So I'm for the Wizards, but
Right.
I live out in Los Angeles.
Right.
So I did like the Lakers.
Right.
I don't know.
But you like the Clippers too. Okay, but you like the Lakers.
But I like the Clippers because of Chris Paul.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, see, well, here
I can say I'm a Showtime fan. I was really a Showtime fan back in Magic Johnson in there.
Okay, see, were you here back when they were here?
No. Not at all.
So here's my deal. I'm the same way you are. I'm a player fan. So
I'm a player fan
I used to love the Bulls because I love Jordan.
Yeah.
So I watched. I ain't never want them to lose.
Right. Absolutely.
When they went 72-10, I was mad at them niggas. Like,
Right.
you shouldn't have lost 10 games. You know what I mean? But I've been a LeBron fan since he came in the league, and I'm more of a LeBron fan. I became more of a fan because I got tired of all the hate he was getting. And see, I'm the kind of dude, okay, you can beat a dude down if you're wrong for a minute. But once you keep beating the dude that's wrong for a minute, you keep beating him down, now I'm an ally of that dude. Because I'm like, how many more times can you beat him? I like the underdog that does it right.
That does it right. Okay.
That's putting in his time.
Okay.
And LeBron has done nothing wrong since he's been in the league. And
no, he a good guy. He helps in the community and all those things.
You tell me, you name one ball player that took $45 million of his own money and sending 1,000 kids to school. In the community that he grew up, which the thing is this: you want to go to college, you got to go to college in this city.
Yeah.
So now you helping the city out because you ain't losing your kids.
Right.
So I got to go with LeBron, man. Plus he's a hell of a player, and I get tired of people always crying about him. I got tired of them crying talking about when he went to Miami because the Dream Team. When really, I mean the Big Three. They told what they called them at the time. They were calling them.
Who were the Big Three in Miami?
Well, yeah. They were calling them something like what they call them now. They call them teams.
Super teams
and shit
all
like that.
Shit like that.
When really Boston was one of the first super teams.
Yeah.
They talk about Magic. Well, Magic ain't.
But see, I think that they don't. I think what was different with Boston, Dan, is that the way Boston came together, they just naturally came together.
But they really didn't.
But LeBron had a whole special about where he taking his talents from.
Okay.
But what I really think he gets a lot of flack about, what I really think he is a victim of, he's a very talented basketball player. The boy can play. Anybody say you might not like him, but don't say anything about his ability.
No.
What he really a victim of is not playing in the same league as some of the greats. So he get a bad rap because the rules have changed and the game has.
Yes.
If you're a basketball fan and have been one, the game then got a lot easier.
Yeah, but you can't.
But that ain't his fault.
I can't get mad at when my mama had me.
Yeah, you can't get mad at the man with a. But that's why people really don't like him.
And I'm gonna tell you why they really don't. But here's the deal. Here's why they don't like him, because he did something. They don't like him like they don't like Mayweather. They don't like a person.
I love you, Floyd.
Yeah, man. Oh no, you know I'm a big boxing fan.
I don't know if you ain't gotta keep showing people your money and shit. People, we know you got
Floyd,
it.
If you gonna show it, nigga, give it to me.
But you, Floyd,
yeah.
I'm saying I want to hang out with you.
I back him.
And I want you to dip in that bag, but people don't like you because they don't like you flaunting your wealth.
And Michael Black.
I love you.
Yeah, and Michael Blackson shouldn't be your comedian. I see Mike trying to be your comedian. No, Mike got money. Get with a nigga that ain't got no money yet. Help somebody out. But I'm going to tell you why they don't like Floyd. It's the same way they don't like LeBron. They don't like people that take charge of their career. They don't. When LeBron came in, if you research on ESPN.
No, they don't want you to take charge of your
when
career.
LeBron came in, you know what they were mad at LeBron?
Mm-hmm.
Because he didn't hire any white agents.
Yeah.
And he hired his boys. And what he did was he sent his boys all back to school to learn the game and hired them.
And they did it.
And they kept saying, though, that they said this when he came in, they said he'll never make the money he's supposed to make because he didn't have these particular type of agents.
That's not true.
The boy's almost a billionaire.
Yeah, and as long as you got people that can work for you and they had the knowledge and the know-how,
and this is
it
way
don't have nothing to do with your color. Because you could be with a lot of white people and not make a damn dime.
Yeah, because they got it. They stole the motherfucker from you. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But so that's why they don't like him. They don't like Mayweather. And it's the same way with Mayweather. Old boxers don't like Mayweather. Well, he picked his fights. Well, that's on you if you want to pay to go see the fight that he picked. So now, and who else do you know who had 2 fights in their career worth $250 million apiece?
Yeah.
Nobody. You see a fight now and they get $5 million and because Mayweather done pumped the game up, you like, nigga, you ain't making no money.
You might as well be fighting out front.
Yeah, you getting peanuts, $5 million.
So okay, back to what we was talking about. So you like in Cleveland?
I like Cleveland. I'm a LeBron fan, but I just know that they don't have
all the
strength.
pieces.
They don't have the pieces.
Yeah,
and I'm from Philly, but I don't want to say I don't want to be a homer and say, well, I'm with Philly because I never was with them before. I'm not gonna be like that.
You ain't been with them since Iverson, right?
Right. No, I ain't been with Philly.
The last time.
I ain't been Philly with Philly really since they had Doc and Charles.
Okay, Doc and Charles.
And the Dr. J and beginning Charles Barkley.
Mo Cheeks was there.
And Cheeks was there with us too. Who just made it to the Hall of Fame? Way to go, Mo Cheeks.
Wait, shout out to Mo Cheeks.
And Ray Allen, who I saw last night.
Ray Allen, okay.
I was out there, name dropping, feet hurt. That's what you did.
So you saying, so who you got coming out the East?
I'm hoping, it's just wait, if it ain't Cleveland, it's going to be Philly.
You think so?
Toronto's, I don't think it's going to be Toronto. I don't think it's going to be anybody else.
I'm a Wizards fan. We're going to beat Toronto.
Y'all are the most disappointed team of this year.
We are.
Last year, you guys put in work, and everybody thought just like this year's your year. And I hate to tell you, man, but John Wall is not the leader y'all need. He's a hell of a ball player, but he doesn't mess with that squad.
Why you don't think he can lead the team?
Because it's like he's a 5 degree cooler than Russell Westbrook.
Oh, okay.
So Russell Westbrook has so much talent and so, but he don't know how to make people better.
No.
And then he took the shit personal with Rubio, the other boy that fried him.
He took it
personal so bad that he fucked the game up for the rest of the He was so worried about getting him, he had 4 quick fouls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be smart. I don't think
Wall is sometimes.
I don't think he is, but I do think, I agree with you on that, but I do think he is a person that you can teach.
Who?
Wall. I think that his maturity, I think that he can get better. I don't see him as bad as
Westbrook.
As Westbrook.
No, but
Westbrook a hell of a player, but he just off the damn hinge.
But see, that's another thing, D. That's what makes LeBron so bad. LeBron, don't you think LeBron could get you 35, 10, and 10 a night?
Whatever he want.
Whatever he want. But he's like,
whatever he want.
But for me to win, and for me to win and have a team that when one day I'm gonna have to rely on you to make the shot because they may be triple teaming me, I got to make sure that everybody stays in the game.
I don't even think that, but a lot of it too is the level of their basketball IQ not the same either.
No, and that's another reason why LeBron's tough.
Yeah, it's another. You see that a lot in the league where you even looking at the game on the TV.
You like me,
saying,
damn. Nigga, why are you in that position? Damn.
You saying to yourself,
she know her basketball.
Slow down.
Yeah.
Do you see it's 3 people?
Yeah.
You're not going to be the dunk on him like on PlayStation.
Or why you ain't looking for the back pick? Why ain't nobody yelling out that you got a man?
And where the rest of the team? Why ain't nobody else running?
Right. Okay,
you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, you can watch basketball.
They'll watch 3 players in front of them, and they go to the hole as if they playing damn NBA live.
Exactly.
This the real game.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
You got to slow down and wait for your team and pass the ball, and I think that's where Golden State is so great.
But the problem,
even though I don't think they can get out the West,
they're not getting out the West.
They're a wounded warrior.
Well, let me tell you right now.
You know what I'm saying? They tired. They done ran a lot. Steph Curry, he gonna play, but he not.
And right now they got to rely almost solely on Durant. And you got to remember when Durant was with OKC,
he don't want you to rely on him solely.
That much, yeah. And I'm gonna tell you right now,
not that much. He don't want to have to do that.
This is what I'm predicting.
He's more comfortable, in my opinion, when he does not have to carry the whole team on his shoulders.
Right. I'm predicting this
right now, anyway.
I'm predicting this in the next series.
Okay.
Golden State's losing to the Pelicans.
Absolutely.
I'm predicting it.
People might hate it, but until you can tell me what they can do with Anthony Davis,
nothing.
We don't need to talk about it.
And Rondo is a beast.
Rondo.
And I'm not a big fan of Rondo because he make me mad sometimes.
Absolutely. I know he get a little off kilter.
Yeah, nigga get in my skin, yeah. But Rondo is a baller.
And he a champion.
Yeah.
He been there.
And Holiday is a motherfucker.
Oh, man.
You know, when you that black, you should be able to play ball. And that nigga is black.
Yeah, they not going to get past the penalty. Because what they going to do with AD?
Not a damn thing. And they lucky. DeMarcus snapped his joint.
Yeah.
But I really think with AD right now, and they know it, nobody thought that they would sweep Portland. They swept Portland. They didn't give Portland a game.
Portland, well, I could believe they swept Portland because Portland, can't. Portland not consistent enough for me. You can't win in the playoffs. And sometimes you hot, most of the time you cold. You know what I'm saying? And what's the other point guard's name?
Well, the problem. Well, that's what I'm saying. They McCullough. CJ. That's the problem.
He the problem.
The problem with Portland is they top heavy. They guard heavy. They're relying on 2 guards to get them 34, 25 a game. And then the low post people are not big names.
Yeah.
They need a big man. They need to go out and find somebody that can a swing man.
I'm glad the big man game coming back.
Yeah, it needs it. Yeah,
I'm so happy the big man. When I see AD out there, I'm so happy the big man. I've been tired of it. The game need to be well rounded, in my opinion, the way it was before.
But here's the problem.
Every position need to be deep. That's why they on the court. That's why it's 5 players.
Right.
Those players need to be a part of the game, and I think the big man need to come back.
Right, but you know when the big man comes back though?
Go ahead.
Playoffs times. Because that's when it gets rougher and they slow the game down. No, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
But during the playoffs, that's why you can see now, you see a team like Anthony Davis, or you can see a team like even Indianapolis giving Cleveland trouble because their big men are now more involved. Because when the playoffs Milwaukee,
the Greek Freak,
he gonna be something to handle. Yeah, he gonna be something to handle.
The Greek Freak ain't no joke.
Yeah.
Although I do think Boston gonna squeeze out of this series.
They 3-2, right? Is Boston?
Yeah, Boston 3-2.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can go back and hopefully they can beat them in Milwaukee, which is not likely. But I still hope that they can do that.
Well, because if not, then the winner of Milwaukee-Boston plays Philly.
Yeah.
And see, Philly feel like right now they feel like they can beat anybody.
Yeah, they ain't been in so long. They like, we going to championship.
Yeah, the only reason, them niggas.
That boy Embiid and Ben Simmons, them boys nice.
Yeah, once Meek Mill got free, they was like, nigga, let's win.
Hey.
Everybody winning in Philly. You got the Eagles, Villanova.
And Meek came home. Philly might win it all.
They might win it all.
Shout out to Meek Mill. Welcome home.
Welcome home, man. But stop doing the bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's bullshit. I'm happy you out, but it's bullshit because if I pop a Willie with the probation, I'm doing the time. And you shouldn't be doing nothing, but you got hooked up.
He does have to do that.
Yeah.
Do what you supposed to do.
Yeah, man.
Because next time, advocacy is not going to help you.
And the white boys ain't going to come and get you.
Yeah, so you do what you supposed to do. Yeah, even though I agree, they trying to railroad the boy.
Yeah.
They trying to get he ain't deserve to be doing what they want him to do. Mm-hmm. But stay out of trouble, stay on the straight and narrow. But I hopefully he learned his lesson.
I'm hoping he did.
And
I'm not gonna
happy
hate
for him.
Yeah,
and
you know, but
I'm glad
but
that
it ain't
he's
like
home.
Nelson Mandela just got out of jail and shit. Them niggas, people acting like
they celebrate
shit.
hard.
I thought Jesus came back. You know,
damn.
they got the nigga ringing the bell. I'm like, what the hell? This nigga, anytime you get to ring the bell, I'm like,
He rang the bell. They was like, Meek home.
Let me ask you a question.
We gonna eat again.
You been around a while.
Yes.
What nigga you ever see get out of jail, picked up in a helicopter, and take it to the game if it ain't a mafia movie?
Look, go take it to the game. Take a shower at the game.
At the game.
Wasn't he walking in there to the game?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the arena?
Yeah, and then the
Took
kid
a shower at the game. Had his outfit ready.
Yeah, and his kids there.
Everything.
And his kid, and then he on there like, this is what it's all about, taking care of your kids. I'm like, nigga, you got out of jail.
You gotta step up for the community now,
me.
Because they didn't put it all. They didn't put it all on your shoulders. I'm happy for you. I'm glad you home.
Yeah,
they
but
didn't
you
put
better
it on your shoulders.
Step up, nigga, and look out for your boy Dannon Green. Because I'm from Philly too.
Okay, moving on.
What we talking about today?
We're going to talk about a black-owned coffee shop aims to become next Starbucks.
Okay.
Minus the racial bias.
Okay.
Starbucks plans to close thousands of stores in the U.S. for a day to train its primarily white employees on the art of racial sensitivity. But one Oakland-based coffee roasting entrepreneur says the effort isn't nearly enough. It feels more like a publicity stunt, quite frankly. You see people of color on the front lines as baristas. But until the management and leadership of these coffee companies are as diverse as the communities they serve, I think it will be a reoccurring issue, said Kiba Conti, founder of Red Bay Coffee. Red Bay Coffee has 2 operations in Oakland and is expanding into Richmond. KTVU.com reports Richmond, not Virginia. Oh, California. You could think of Red Bay as the Black Panther movie of the specialty coffee world. Now he's also planning to expand his brands into Philadelphia. He said he's going into Atlanta, Philadelphia, Baltimore, and somewhere else. Now I think this is a great idea, Danny. The problem I always run into is if this man opens up his stores,
right,
Red Bay Coffee, all over the country,
right,
are we gonna go to Red Bay Coffee?
Question is, are they gonna open up in time? Because niggas be late. And people need their coffee. They
need their coffee. And another thing is, we can't boycott past a week. We got to change that shit.
Yeah.
And by Mother's Day, people gonna be drinking Starbucks like shit ain't never happened.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I don't blame Starbucks.
Mm-hmm. Why not?
Well, I've written 4 films in Starbucks.
Okay.
Up in the Valley and around L.A., California.
Yeah. Yes.
I've gone to Starbucks around the country. I've never really had a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I've had problems with attitude from the employees.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you have an incident like what happened there, the issue you got to have with Starbucks is your hiring practice, which means just because you need to fill that slot, you still got to interview for Starbucks just as if you was going to do a Fortune 500 company. You got to know who the hell you hiring.
Mm-hmm.
So they had this girl here who had a African-American employee that worked with the same manager, had problems with her before, which you don't know. I don't know if you know about that. She had problems with her. I
did not know
Yes. And she got demoted by this lady. Mm-hmm. So she had a history already kind of following her, dealing with black customers.
So she should have been fired.
She should have been gone.
Right.
So what's happening in America is corporations are not taking serious consideration the seriousness of an employee complaint. So when you go and say, look, I'm having problems with the manager, but if they feel the manager more powerful, we like the manager, he's done a good job, your complaint means nothing. So what happens is now you're the one that goes in and fuck it up for the company. This white girl is going to cost Starbucks about $25 million.
Absolutely.
That day. We ain't even talking about the lawsuit.
No, we talking about that day.
Just with the shutdown.
Absolutely.
That's the first thing. Now, what does happen is it brings in Starbucks now has to do damage control. I'm not protecting Starbucks by any means.
No,
what I'm saying is
explain.
They're doing the damage control.
Right.
So what do they do now? They push some black faces up in there. So now Starbucks look bad, you look offensive because it's like, now you got to prove to us that you're not racist by saying, look who we have in VIP positions, which they did. They brought Magic's name up there again, but what people have to know is Magic doesn't have any stock in Starbucks anymore. Right. He sold that when he was trying to buy the Dodgers.
Right.
So the problem now is, what I really believe the issue is not really with Starbucks in this case, but really the police. Because the police should have had some kind of discretion and went in and asked the manager, hey, what's going on? You said a disturbance, but nobody around is looking nervous. No one around seems to be complaining. What's the issue? Well, they're not buying nothing. Okay, so what's your policy? You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, the policy is, you can't use the bathroom. Okay, no problem. But did they buy something? No. See, this is when you become a cop. When you start becoming a cop, but you become a street sense. You go to these brothers and you go, look, the issue here they have is that giant bino. We're here for a meeting. I understand that, man. It seems like nobody had a problem with you guys. As a cop, white cop, no black cop, or a person, you just go, you know what, man? You know what, fucking, man. Y'all look like cool dudes. I'm gonna buy y'all some coffee and we gonna get the fuck up out of here, y'all. Cause this is bullshit.
But
you can kill shit.
I think the cops should have done that too. But it still was a problem with Starbucks.
No, it was a big. She should have never called. She should have never called.
She had no reason to call the police on them just sitting there. And not only did she call, never even asked the question of, well, never even stated, well, you can't sit here if you don't purchase something, or, she never made contact.
Because it's not a policy. See, she couldn't say that because that's not she just said, I have a customers that refuse to leave or buy or purchase or leave.
Lying.
So she said purchase or leave, which means you either got to purchase or you leave. She made it seem like that was the policy. Now, I will also blame the dispatcher, because the dispatcher, if you choking or you get shot or something going on, they'll usually start asking you a lot of questions. Okay, where are you at, ma'am? What's going on, ma'am? Okay, is the person cool and calm? So why didn't the dispatcher just go, okay, well, what is the situation before you send the cops?
I'm sure because she probably used the word black. They didn't run out there. She told.
Well, she didn't say black, but she just said.
I'm talking about when she called. I doubt very seriously.
No. I saw the. No, she didn't say black.
Two gentlemen. I'm talking about when she first called the police.
That's what I'm saying. I saw the 911 call. And
she said two gentlemen.
She said two gentlemen refused to purchase or leave.
But she never spoke to them. Am I correct? She never said anything to them.
No, she never did.
I'm talking about the worker.
Right.
She never said.
Well, what's what she did do? She said she went over to him and said, "Can I help you?" Which managers in Starbucks never fucking do.
Nobody.
This ain't no goddamn restaurant. Yeah, you know what I mean?
No, you can't help me. Help me with what?
Yeah. And so when the men said, "Hey, we just here for a meeting," that should have been the end of the motherfucking story.
So back to what we were talking about. As it pertains to us.
Right now.
We have all these discussions.
It won't.
Over and over and over again. We boycotting this, we boycotting that. And I'm down for a boycott, but I'm down for a boycott if it's going to have some stick-to-itiveness.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? So if we open up black coffee shops all over the world, all over the country, I mean, are we going to really support them?
No, we're not. And let me tell you why. Because black people have been put in a position now, I would say somewhat brainwashed to feel wanted everywhere, which I have no problem because I love everybody. I don't give a fuck who you are. I know my background lets you know I care for everybody. Yeah. But as a people...
You got to turn me off as an individual, too.
Right. Mm-hmm. But what happens with us now as a people is this, what corporations do is what Starbucks or anybody else is going to do. They're going to make commercials. They're going to show that it's peace and love. They're going to parade some black people up in front, and they're going to make everything look comfortable, and they're going to cater to us. The problem with black businesses, we don't cater to ourselves. You got to cater. You got to take the ego out of it and cater to the people to make them feel really wanted. It's like a barbecue place. Think about why people go to barbecue places. Because when they go there, the dude there knows your name. Hey, D, what you having? You having the double ribs with the mac and cheese? And in some cases...
But I don't necessarily think people cater to us all like that.
No.
They don't really go out their way to cater to us.
They don't cater to us.
My whole thing
is... They make you feel... Here's the deal. You feel like you are part of something when you go into these stores. I'm saying, listen what I'm saying, though.
I'm listening.
I'm not talking about Starbucks or corporate.
I'm talking about you generalize it. Right.
I'm talking about what we don't do.
Okay.
You ever go to a restaurant, black restaurant, and you say, damn, the service was terrible up in this motherfucker.
Yeah, okay.
She had an attitude. See what I'm saying? I'm talking about
you talking about those things. Okay.
We have to cater. That's what I'm saying. If you go to like a barbecue restaurant or something, people know who you are. When you, the way that let me put it in simple terms.
So it's our fault that we don't support our own businesses because they not run like the businesses that we support. Although you can get terrible and bad service everywhere, but you're saying when we go up into our establishments, basically it's like half-ass and that turn us off.
You have to have a blind, a deaf ear, and in terms of, hey, the customer is always right. That's what I learned at FedEx. Then you go in there with a package and you go, why were you late? And you wasn't late? Hey, I'm sorry, sir. Or, I don't appreciate you. No problem. Because the customer is always right. And we as a people have to change our mentality to do business like that. I'm going to tell you, I always tell people, you know why the mafia was always successful? The Don was always the guy. And the Don never got killed unless somebody was just trying to take over. You know why? Because at the end of the day, D, he made everybody feel important. See, the Don was like, you go to jail for me, don't worry about your family, they're taken care of. You do your 5 years, when you come out, you got a job, you already know that, and everybody good. Nobody's gonna fuck your wife, because you wasn't supposed to fuck nobody's wife. See what I'm saying? Your kids will be looked out for. When you've taken care of, you're gonna come back and you're gonna be loyal.
But I understand what you're saying, but
we gotta take care of our businesses.
We put up with shitty behavior from everybody else.
Yes.
So instead of us making it, we always have to.
So why can't we put up shitty behavior with ourselves?
Right. We always have to be exceptional. Because to me, if you go into a black business and it's subpar,
right?
To me, you supposed to ask to speak to a manager or speak to somebody and say, y'all got a such and such and such. The wait staff, you got to do this better.
Right.
The bathroom need to be this way. You got to do that better, as opposed to just saying you ain't fucking going back no more.
Okay.
Because you get shitty service several different places. Shitty food, all that. It ain't just, it got to be deeper than that.
Okay.
And I do know, and I think what you said earlier was the truth. It's a lot of brainwashing we got to get from under.
Right.
You know what I mean? That plays a pivotal part to me. But the rest of it, they don't.
Well, let me ask you this,
service
D.
a lot of places.
Let me ask you this, D.
And get treated unfairly too, because you're black.
But it's how you act. It's how you respond. And when I mean you, us as black people.
Right.
I can get shitty business shitty service at IHOP, Denny's,
all over the place.
All over Starbucks, anywhere.
Bad bacon, give you diarrhea, all that.
But guess what? If I say I want to speak to your manager, the person okay, and the manager will come over and say, I'll get right up on that right away.
Yeah.
Remember the movie Jungle Fever?
Yes.
Remember that famous scene with Queen Latifah? Wesley Snipes and the white girl in the restaurant?
Yeah.
When Queen was like, I'm tired of these brothers coming in here with these sorry ass stringy hair. What? Remember that? It's the attitude that you present.
I ain't buying it though, Dannon. Because
I think we have to change our attitude.
But but this is what I'm trying to say.
With ourselves.
We always in a position of where we got to change. I done been to several restaurants and the waitress wasn't Queen Latifah and she was some shit.
Right.
Or he was some shit.
And what'd you do?
And I asked to speak to the manager.
And what happened?
The manager came out.
And what happened?
The manager came out.
But what happened? I'm saying, when the manager came out?
The manager rectified it and he gave me somebody else or something like that. Took some stuff off the bill. I ain't had to get nobody. Yeah. He took something off the bill and that type of thing.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, D, for us to establish a business like this, for it to be established in Oakland, then go to Richmond, then to be able to establish to Philly to DC or whatever, you got to have that reputation behind you. I'm not saying that they're not, but the way you get that reputation.
Why?
Well, because
you can't just come out here and say Red Bay Coffee and make it known you black owned? Why you got to do so much? Why so much have to be done to be successful?
You are so right, but the problem is that's black people. But that's black people. I'm saying that's us. Come on, how many times have you? How many times? No, I'm agreeing with you.
No.
What I'm saying is, how many times have we done this one, or you've heard this one? Hey, yo, my man. I'm opening up this new club, man. You'll come through, and the dude, somebody that you know will go, oh man, let me know when it gets popping. Instead of coming in and being the first one to come and support, we want to always sit back and go.
That's what we got to change.
We have to change.
We got to change the way. We can't blame it on the business owner.
No, we can't.
We got to change the way we feel about one another. If you go into business and something wrong, ask for the manager. Don't just say, because you're going to go into a white establishment and put up with any shit they throw at you and pay your money.
Yeah, I always say
that's all I'm trying to say.
I agree with you, and not to change the subject, but based on the same subject is I always tell people that desegregation hurt us.
Bad. My father always say that.
Yeah.
But you know what I tell him about that?
What?
He always say desegregation hurt us. I say, yeah, I hear you, Dad. But the thing of it is even if we wouldn't, they still was gonna fuck with us.
No, but the thing is, they was fucking with us. But here's the deal: when there was segregation, we had to rely on each other.
That's true.
That's the point I'm trying to say.
That's true.
See, it's like immigrants that come to this country: the Italians, the Latin people, the Mexicans,
Yeah.
they
They
the
rely
Irish,
on one another.
because the country was not accepting them.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So when you got to rely on it, you're not. I'm not gonna rob you now.
Right.
You bring your car. I'm not gonna rob you because I
Right.
need you, because I know I can't go across town and spend the money.
Right,
I know I
right.
can't go to the mechanic across town.
Right, right.
So what I'm saying is we have to get that mentality back where it's like, and we get it. We have it a little bit in entertainment. You ever notice that black people will support a lot of black stuff? Like I got people that told me, I had a brother come up to me one time and said, "Nigga, were you in that movie A Night in Compton?" I was like, "Yeah." "Nigga, that's my favorite movie." And I'm saying to myself,
Yeah.
So you bypass Goodfellas and the Spielberg movie and all this movie to say A Night in
That's what's
Compton?
up.
But that's how black people do. Right? You know what I'm saying?
All I'm saying is,
yeah.
it's nothing wrong with supporting anybody's business. Don't misunderstand me.
Yeah.
But I think it's also important that we support
Yes.
our own businesses.
Yes.
It's
Don't be
nothing
afraid to spend your money
Don't
in
be
there.
afraid to spend your money with your own people.
Yeah.
And if the service bad, you call them on it.
Yeah.
And tell them why I'm telling you this because, and I will say this, I'm telling you this because when don't nobody come, you going to be hollering how we ain't support.
Right.
This why we ain't support.
Right.
You already know we under some Willie Lynch shit.
Right.
Anyway.
Right.
We
But
still brainwashed to lie by that.
Yeah, and
you know what I'm saying?
And I said it on stage the other night, and I'm gonna tell you, and adding to that, as black people, and especially you young black people, you motherfuckers that just going to college and you think your booty don't smell bad and all that type of shit. And you think you the shit because you're getting a job out of college and you got an attitude because I know who you are and you know who you are, right? I'm gonna help you the fuck out right now. Listen to Uncle Danny, okay? Here's the deal. The two brothers that got arrested in Starbucks, you can learn from them. They never raised their voice. They never got out of their hand.
No.
They didn't raise an eyebrow.
No.
They didn't curse at the cops.
No.
Because when the cops were pulling the tables across from them and the chairs away from them, cops were trying to show intimidation. Because what they were pulling the chairs like, we about to fuck you up.
But you know what? They recognize you got to know your payday.
Yep.
They walked up out of there, and all I could see in their eyes was dollar signs. I gave a round of applause to the TV. I said, now that's how you stay alive and stay alive to spend your money because Starbucks going to pay them.
This is what I said on stage. And so you internet comics, don't try to use my shit because of me. I said when they was walking out to the car, when they was cuffed out, they looked at the other one and said, "So what you spending your money on?"
Yeah, that's how they was looking.
What you about to buy?
And I mean, it really needs to be in the tutorial.
Yeah.
Because the police couldn't believe it. They was ready.
And the police, let me tell you about the police when they arrest you. If you go like this, you resist an arrest. Anything that makes them feel like they had to just grab your hand a second time or something. These brothers didn't do it. By them not doing that, the only thing that the police could charge them with was disturbance and not buying, trespassing. They didn't have nothing to throw up on them. So they saw that was bullshit.
And one of the officers in the video, when the friend was asking, what did they do? He looked at him and just said, I don't know.
He said, well, are you arresting them because they're black? He was like, he had to say, yeah. He said, yeah.
He said, what they do? He was like, and then the white lady, she was a rider, whoever the white lady was. They didn't do anything.
Yeah.
They were just sitting there. Shout out the white girl off camera.
Yes.
She was a rider. She was like, they're just sitting there. They didn't do anything.
But you know what makes me, but you know what upsets me about that, D? I'm going to be honest with you. And I told somebody to still think. That upset me still.
What? What she said?
And the white boy. No, not what they said. They supported it. But it took a white woman and a white man, it took a white person, a white flesh individual to still validate the truth that was already there. And if there wasn't a camera there, it wasn't a camera there, it would have been those kids, those boys' words against the police words.
Oh, yeah. Paul,
and so, you know what I mean?
Yeah, thank you.
So that's, you know what I mean? So that's my big, that's the only thing I had a gripe about. That I felt like they still.
Tell me how much time I got on the 2 phone.
Yeah.
Right here.
Right there in front.
The black car.
It just made me really still kind of a little disappointed about how we as people still have to be validated.
Yeah, but that goes back to what we talking about with this black-owned business.
Yes,
there are small things that we could do to begin to change the tide on this thing. That's all I'm saying.
There's so much we could do.
It's a lot of things, but I'm just saying, just start somewhere.
Yeah.
Just do your part.
Do me a favor,
whatever your part is, whatever it is.
This is what I'm gonna do.
And white people that's down, help.
Yeah, and
y'all like our music, you like our food. You got to take this pain.
Yeah.
You got to be down with us and fill in them gaps with us.
Yeah, you say you want to look like us. God damn it, take the heat.
Come on with it.
Don't be tanning this summer if you ain't gonna take a little bit of heat.
Yeah, so if you hear of Red Bay Coffee, please support Red Bay Coffee.
Yeah.
San Francisco, Philadelphia, and Baltimore are on the list.
When I go to Philly
for next year.
Okay,
next year.
But I'll have to go. I'll be going to Oakland this summer, so I'm gonna go up there.
You go up to Red Bay and support.
I want to challenge your audience.
Go ahead.
This is what I'm gonna challenge y'all from today, April 4th.
Today is April the 25th.
25th.
Yes.
One day out of each week, spend your dollars at a black business. All right? One day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care where you live. You can live in Beverly Hills. You can live in Simi Hills. You can live in Simi Valley. Spend one day out the week and go to a black business and support. I don't care if it's a food restaurant, coffee. If a nigga selling weed on the corner, buy it from him.
See what he hitting for.
Hitting for. Even though you don't have to buy weed on the corner no more.
And I also have to shout out Wendell Pierce. You know him from HBO's The Wire.
Yeah, Wendell. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know Wendell.
Yes.
He's an actor. If you don't know him, look him up. You'll know him when you Google him. He shouted out, after the news of Starbucks, the racial bias incident, he shouted out on his tweet, Red Bay Coffee Roasters in Oakland is an excellent alternative to Starbucks. So we got to do those things like that.
And if you don't know who Wendell is, he was on the corner. He played in the corner. He was the one that said, shit. That was Wendell.
No, in the corner? No, that's
he wasn't
not
in Baltimore?
Wendell. He was on The Wire, but he wasn't on the corner.
No, he wasn't. He was a cop.
He was a cop.
But he used to say shit all the time.
No, that was the on The Wire, the one that said shit. He worked for he worked for the city.
Okay.
He worked for the city.
I knew he wasn't on The Wire though.
But that's not Wendell.
That's not Wendell. I'm sorry, Wendell.
He was like,
scratch that.
I came to help, but y'all out for blood.
Okay.
And when they say something to him, he say, shit.
Okay.
Okay, we gonna move on.
What's
we
up,
gonna
man?
keep it going. I wanna know what you think about this. Michael Brown's mother runs for Ferguson City Council.
Okay.
Leslie McSpadden, the mother of slain Ferguson, Missouri teen Michael Brown, is gearing up to be the change she wants to see.
Right.
McSpadden announced that she will run for Ferguson City Council at Institute of Politics panel discussion at Harvard University on Monday night. And Harvard, and it's ironic that she said it there because Harvard has had issues with racism there. The city council sets policing policies in the city, and McSpadden wants to see change, especially from the same police department that took her son's life.
Right.
We have to get behind people who look like us and get them in these elected seats so that they can really do what's right by the community.
Okay.
And I'm going to start with me by running for Ferguson City Council, and hopefully I can elevate, she said. We're pushing forward and we're going through. We're seeing new people being elected, but will it change what happened then? No, but we can change the course of what may happen tomorrow and what is happening now, McSpadden added.
Okay.
I think that's powerful. We all know what happened with Michael Brown.
Yes, we do.
And I think that the people in St. Louis and in Ferguson, they need to support her.
And they will.
And I hope they do.
Because St. Louis is about that life.
Yeah, they about that life.
They is not the place to cause an issue. Them niggas don't care who you are. They gonna shoot you.
And they need change in there. So I want to say to the people in St. Louis, y'all need to get by Leslie McSpadden. I don't care what you think about. I don't care what you think about when her son died.
Yeah.
That lady was grieving.
Yeah. And she still is.
And she still is, and she's still on the warpath.
Yeah.
And she probably gonna grieve for the rest of her life
for her
son. You know what I mean? So I think you all need to get out and.
I think it's a good thing. I would say this:
Yes.
police brutality and police corruption could be solved in an hour.
Yeah.
In an hour. And because that's how long it takes to write up a policy. And all it would take, D, is for them to charge the police when you know they're doing wrong. Don't let them retire, and don't let them keep their pension. And the police would change their attitude. Because that's what happens. They may still shoot you, but now you got to think about what you're losing.
You're going to go to jail.
You're going to jail. And you're going to be in population. Ain't none of that protective custody shit.
It's no reason to change it, though, if you're not. If it's no reason for them to change, if they can kill you, and all they're going to do is get sent home with pay, and the most they're going to get is indicted, they're not going to be charged. They're not going down.
That's if they get indicted.
If they
the problem with Ferguson was the cops didn't get indicted.
Right, but
that's why
now recently here, they're starting to throw a little indictment here.
They have
but
to,
the indictments don't mean anything.
No, it don't. You don't get a charge.
If you don't get charged, it doesn't mean nothing.
Here's the problem, though, because right now what's happening is you can't deny the cameras as much as they want to. Rodney King, when that came out, it was the first time they ever had like the videos on it, and they was putting cops up there, and they was showing, well, look, right here, he's really trying not to hit him. I mean, they, each year, but I really think that this Starbucks situation is, and it's a shame, I have to say this, but every year you would see something and you say, oh, that shit right there, now it's going to change. Oh, that shit. I'm quite sure every person in America, especially black, when that Fernando Castillo got shot in Minneapolis, after telling the cops he had to pull a gun on him, and he was legal for him, authorized to carry, and he still got shot. Everybody kept saying that's the most horrific thing that ever happened. It's going to change. You would think that would. Then it came to the James Blake situation, the tennis player out of New York who was standing outside a Manhattan hotel getting ready to go to Rolling Meadows for the, I think Rolling Hills, for the golf tournament, and got tackled by the cop. We kept saying that's got to be the worst thing. You know what I mean? The man wasn't even doing nothing, they tackled him. So now everybody in the country is saying, this is the worst thing that could ever happen, that two brothers sitting there minding their business, So we keep trying to find a way to say what is more worse so that the police can be held accountable. The police chief of Philly came out first and said, oh, these cops did absolutely nothing wrong. Then he had to come back a week later and apologize.
But another way we can control things that's very difficult for us to do, and I can say that I'm also a person that can do better with this. We don't know how to control our dollar. I know the world has evolved since the civil rights era, but when in the civil rights movement, when they were able to control their dollar and they didn't ride the bus, it changed things. If we're able to control, we just not able to control our dollar. I wish that we were a people that could get there, but we just are not.
We can, but the problem is, D, because here's the problem. And I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
The reason we don't do it is because, man, I don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah,
it's my money.
Yeah.
You tell a million, I told somebody the other day, years ago, there was a story. People don't know. About, I think 15, 20 years ago, there were 4 black men in Hollywood. Now, I was told this by a person, so and I believe the person's word is good. 4 men, prominent men in Hollywood, that had about 20 million apiece or whatever, that was going to start a distribution company, distribute our own films. And these dudes couldn't get together because they couldn't decide who was going to be the top dog. So the deal is, we can control our dollars if we take our ego out of it.
Yeah.
And as long as we keep our ego in it and don't want to, we could be, think about so much stuff we could be doing with so many different, we could start our own networks. We got enough people, we got enough millionaires and billionaires in this country and people that will back us. We could put our own satellite up and go, okay, so our satellite's going to deal with all black programming and shows. We could do that. I mean, really. But we don't do that. Because we don't care. I'm good. That's why 2008, you would have thought would have been the time when everybody said, okay, let me get my shit together. Because that's when we had the recession and everything crashed and the housing crashed and people that had money, everybody was losing money. Now we all was on the same page for about a year. Mm-hmm. So I agree with you, but the problem is we can control the dollar if we just say, take your ego out of it and just do it.
Well, let's try to work on that. That's all I can say.
Get y'all shit together.
Let's work on it. Okay, moving on.
All right, what's up?
Hot or nah, Dane?
Uh-oh.
Georgia teen arrives to prom in casket.
Lord, gee.
So,
every time.
A teenager in Georgia in high school, a Georgia high school teen was literally fresh to death when she arrived to prom this year, especially since her grand entrance was in a casket. Andrea Clark arrived to the senior prom at America's Sumter High School in Hearst this past Sunday, April the 13th, and took the short 5 to 10 minute ride from the funeral home to school inside of a closed casket. Clark says the vision for her grand entrance was 2 years in the making, and she was shocked that the clip went viral. This girl, this girl playing this for 2 years. First of all, if you my daughter and you want to go to prom in a casket, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. You're not even going. We going to therapy because I don't understand these visions of wanting to be in a casket.
You want to go to prom in a casket? I'm going to just give you a bottle of liquor, let you drink. Go and get cracks, and you can just go ahead and take your ride. We can just finish the shit that night. That's the most what I'm more disappointed is the parent. You gonna really let that happen?
Yeah, so parents let these kids, a lot of parents let their kids
they ain't parenting.
Anything. No, they not parenting.
How would you, there's nothing creative about that. There's nothing sexy about that.
But do you know the old folks saying when they get dressed up real nice and they say I'm casket sharp? She
so that's what she was trying to say. Oh,
I don't know if that's what she casket sharp.
Shit.
You know, but I don't want to be that shit till I die.
Nigga, you funeral pressed.
But the video, you got to check the video out. She came out she was in the hearse, but all the kids was taking pictures and she laid up there with her ass looking dead, but she smiling. My thing is, I don't want death in my around me.
I want to live to be 110. I know it's gonna be. I ain't gonna look good, but I don't ever want to go. I know it's gonna happen.
Right.
But let me tell you something. This is no lie, D. I did not look at the video purposely. I just could not find myself to give this motherfucker a view. I'm serious. I was like, I'm not looking at that shit. You in a casket.
Casket sharp.
You know what they should have did? They should have fucked with her and locked that motherfucker.
And when she woke up, her ass should have been at the cemetery.
And she should have been like, no, you know what they should have did? You know what? That's what they should have did. They should have told, I would have told the driver, look, drop the cemetery. Let's stop at the cemetery real quick. And when she opened that motherfucker, she was like, and then and have him up preaching it, just saying, and she was a good soul, and throw some dirt on her, right? Don't put it in the ground. Just put
some ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Throw some dirt on top of and so she can open up. What's that? Are we just gonna bury your ass right now?
But your parents, though, her parents should have never allowed that. And your child shouldn't want that much attention.
And that's the problem.
That's the problem. It's just too much damn attention.
The phone is to be used as a computer and to call niggas. That's it.
Yeah.
Ain't supposed to be. Never mind.
Yeah. So she just should have never, ever been.
First of all, who was the nigga that went with her?
The funeral home. I ain't seen no date.
Hey, because I know one thing.
The funeral home dropped her off in a hearse.
I know if I'm her date, and you won't come up, you want that much shine?
She wants that much shine.
I'd have went with another bro.
What happened? Wrong with that?
Hey, I'd have popped up at the funeral to the prom with another chick. She's like, why you here with some else? I said, bitch, I thought you was dead.
And then she's going to be mad when people in school get mad at her. Be like, shut your half-dead ass up. She going to be in her feelings about that.
Stupid. Never mind. I can't.
Yeah, you can't.
I didn't want to give her no juice.
Yeah, I had to look at the video. You can check
I did not. I literally, my right hand to heaven, did not look at the video. I was not going to be an ignorant soul to give this broad a view. I was not going to be 1,000,002 view. I was not gonna be it. I was not gonna be that too.
So it's just like it's crazy. Parents, you just can't let these kids do anything.
Why don't y'all start being parents?
They ain't, but you know what one of the problem is with a lot of parents, and you can't, I don't never say, but a lot of these parents, I think what's different from when we were growing up, Danny, is that our parents weren't into the same things that we were into.
No, our parents were parents.
They were parents. Just let's take for instance, when I was growing up, say I like New Edition.
Right.
When my mother wasn't listening to the shit.
No.
She listened to Temptation, somebody else, Smokey Rob, wooty-woo, for a top. But now, the parents and the kids, they into the same thing. You see mamas on the social media twerking and shaking their ass too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody at the dinner table got their head down on the phone. So it's a lot of distraction going on.
It's too much. Let me tell you.
That just wasn't a good idea.
That was a terrible idea.
And then you because it's like, I don't know. Maybe
it's attention. You hit on the head. The parents ain't doing shit.
Yeah, that
the
was
parents
bullshit.
They lazy. I wish I could get away with it because you don't know how many times I'm driving down the street, D, and I see a mother walking either in the park or walking on the sidewalk, pushing her kid in the stroller, and the bitch is on the and I hate to call her bitch, but the bitch is on the phone. Now, if a dude come up and snatch your kid or pop you in the back of your head because you ain't paying attention, you gonna cry to me, I don't know what happened. Pay attention to your kids.
But you see people walking with their kids down the street, and they halfway down the street, and the child behind
them. Because they ain't paying attention.
I said, you don't believe somebody will snatch your ass? They better look at the Adam Walsh story. Yeah. They will snatch your kid up.
I wish sometimes I really could do it, but I know I'll go to jail. What'd you do? I was just trying to show them a point, y'all. Yeah, but now you got to go to jail. They said, I ain't trying to pull nothing.
Yeah.
But it's a shame. It really, truly... Never mind. I don't even want to talk about these motherfuckers. I really don't. It frustrates me. That's the only thing that frustrates me when I see these parents and a lot of these women on their phones, or I see them speeding on their phone and got a baby in his back seat. I'm like, yo, like that's the only time I would want to be a cop. The only time I would want to be a cop is to go ahead and snatch up some of these broads that ain't paying attention to the kids. That's why 2 kids got snatched up 2 weeks ago in L.A.
Yeah, you can't. It's just, I don't know who her parents are, but letting that girl go to school in the casket.
First of all, I can't believe you paid for it.
Yeah, they paid for it. They paid
how much was it?
Her family.
Can you Google it?
But if she did all that with a funeral home, her family probably... She probably got, her family might work for the funeral. Something happened like that, because funeral homes, they mostly, my cousin owned a funeral home. They kind of like, they ain't on that bullshit. They got real funerals.
Yeah. Or maybe they canceled the funeral. Like maybe the nigga didn't die. Like, somebody, he was supposed to die. Oh, he lived. He's still in the coma. All right, well, we can't waste his casket.
All right, so moving on. I don't know if you look at Real Housewives of Atlanta. You probably don't.
I'd look at it. I'm not a big reality dude, but I have watched some of it. But let's talk about it. Let me see. Is it about Mimi again?
That ain't it. I think Mimi on one of the Love and Hip Hops with Stevie J.
Mimi, she moved?
But ain't she on one of the Love?
No, Mimi was the one with Real Housewives of Atlanta. The dark skin one, Mimi, the one trying to do comedy. Ain't that Mimi?
No, I don't know her.
Yeah,
she must have on first season.
She's been on there for all them years.
No, ain't no Mimi on this one.
Okay, maybe they got... That's the one that Claudia Jordan was on, right?
This Nene Leakes Cynthia.
Nene, not
Mimi. Mimi, yeah.
But you knew the hell I was saying.
I ain't know you was talking about Nene.
See, I hate somebody that's gonna be proper. She should just say, oh, you mean Nene. She was gonna let me die on that. She gonna let me die slow death.
No, I was like, Mimi.
And then when I leave, she gonna like, this nigga don't even watch TV.
She said Mimi.
I meant Nene, but go ahead.
Yeah, Nene on there, Nene Leakes, Cynthia Bailey, Kenya Moore.
Right.
Candy Bird, Portia Williams. And
I like Kenya Moore.
You like Kenya Moore?
You know why? Because she's a big, black, beautiful woman. I mean, she's like thick. I've met her back in the day when she used to come Miss America.
Whitfield. My favorite one on there though is Candy Birds, because Candy just like really no nonsense.
Candy cool. She cool.
But I like her persona.
She ain't fake sometime to me.
She ain't fake. She ain't for the bullshit.
Candace was the one that was the singer?
And when she point her finger at you and she about to cry, she gonna slap the shit. But they know not to play with Candy, because Candy will tell them in a minute. For real.
Right.
Really.
She got beautiful skin, too.
But I don't know about all that. But I'm just saying, she my favorite participant on that show. But anyway, it's a white girl on there. Name. I don't be looking at them like
I said she got beautiful skin. Nigga, yeah, so whatever. But what we talking about is what? So what happened?
Kim Zodiac Birdman.
Oh, yeah. You know, I heard about
Bierman. Yes. She married the football player.
Yes. They got cut.
And
I got you.
Yeah, they got cut. Do he play for somebody else?
He don't play. Nigga play at home.
Yeah. Declaring that racism wasn't real until social media came along. Kim called the private meeting in the ladies' room with host Andy Cohen to gripe about her negative appearance on the program and combative treatment by co-stars. During the show, Cohen had the ladies comment on Roachgate when Zodiac Bierman said Leaks was sick and disgusting for living in a roach nest. A term the women told Kim was racist for its cultural implications of poor black women living in the projects. You're reaching. Zodiac Bierman said in her defense, don't try it. It has nothing to do with the projects or none of that shit. A roach is a roach.
Roach is a roach.
Though she appeared to shrug off the negativity on camera, Zodiac Bierman was in tears in the restroom after the show wrapped. That bitch knows I'm not racist. Nene knows I'm not racist, she told Cohen. After complaining about Cohen not defending her amidst the harsh treatment from her co-stars, Kim voiced frustration at being the lone white woman hammered by 5 black cast members. You know why you have not found another white woman to join the cast? Because nobody is dumb enough to do that. Put yourself in my shoes. 5 African-American women just hammered. I couldn't even speak. My mind's a fucking whirlwind, Kim said. She then continued to deny that she was racist, explaining that she felt racism as a whole was only something being magnified by social media. Now, the thing that got me about this whole thing, the whole racism thing in this day and age is bullshit. Every one of those motherfuckers on that couch owes the world a fucking apology for this racism shit, Zodiac Bierman said. They already tried to claim that shit long ago. Nobody brought into it then because the social media wasn't there and racism wasn't fucking all that real. You know it, Sheree. Well, that's wrong, Kim.
Yeah, very
racism
wrong.
Been real since we got born here, first and foremost. Now the question is,
her eyes were closed, but I you keep going. But I think I know what she was trying to say. But keep going.
Okay. So that's definitely wrong. Racism was here when we only had Morse code.
Shit, racism was here when we got on that ship.
Racism was here when we first got brought over this month. Racism was here before asphalt was on the street.
Racism was here before we even got here.
That's what I'm trying to say.
They was fucking with the Indians.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Or the Native Americans.
Or the Native Americans when the land got stole.
Whatever makes you feel comfortable.
Yeah, when the land got stolen and all that kind of shit.
Over a liquor
However,
bottle.
you can go back and look at that. This shit been here.
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
First thing.
Secondly. And I also understand where the other ladies coming from, where Nene's coming from, and Kenya and Candace, and Candy and Portia and Cherie. Now, you can't... Go ahead and say what you're going to say.
I think I know what she's trying to say.
What is she trying to say?
She's trying to say, out of her own ignorance now, that racism is magnified more because of social media, which means, as we would say, no one will believe that the cops were harassing us and shooting us
until we
were able to see it. We see it. And what I mean by that is we knew.
But nobody really knew.
No, but when we would tell somebody, like they would say, you black people always complaining about shit. See, when you and I grew up, there was a thing called a newspaper.
Yeah.
So when you read the newspaper, black man arrested or black man shot, had gun. With no cameras, no thing, we had to believe what we read.
Mm-hmm.
So the cops were able to put out a report and say, this is what happened. No video. In her case, even though she may be, I don't know how old she is, late 30s, maybe early 40s.
She more than that.
Yeah.
She about our age.
Yeah. She is trying to say, and I'm not defending her, that it's magnified. So. I think first of all, she shouldn't have said nothing like that.
Right. Because
if anybody in this country isn't smart enough to know that racism was here way before social media, then you're an idiot.
Right, but the point I guess I'm trying to want to ask you is that okay? So what happened with the roach thing was she said that Nene had roaches. Okay, Nene didn't really. She ain't have roaches. She live in the South. You know how the South is.
Right.
It wasn't nothing like what anybody else could get. Well, really what it was like probably a cockroach or something.
Right.
That got, that they come from outside and you live on this land and all that type of shit is acceptable. Now,
so why was that racist? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry,
so is it racist for her to say, because what I'm really trying to get at y'all is everything is not racist.
Yeah, everything ain't racist.
We see everything in racial terms because that's just the world we in. Don't get me wrong.
Well, it's the easiest way to get somebody off your ass.
It's a good way, but is the roach thing, is that racist? Is that indicative of poor women in the projects, or was she really coming from a place down and up? I know some nasty ass white people that got roaches in their shit too. And Nene ain't really had no roach. The lady had a cockroach. It wasn't no. She lied or they blew that up. It wasn't no. The lady live on land and then.
Let me tell you something.
South. You can get a cockroach
I grew up
in your house anytime. You can get a cockroach.
I grew up in Philly, and we had roaches. We had roaches before. Mm-hmm. And we didn't have money, but we didn't live in the ghetto. We didn't live in the projects, and we had roaches. I've seen a roach in my apartment up in the valley. That was happening. I know it came from somebody else's apartment.
Right.
So a roach is roaches. You know what I mean? It's just you don't want to have them. And I don't think you say the problem is that we don't know if white people have roaches because we usually don't go to their house.
But your ass look at hoarders buried alive.
Yeah.
So your ass know it.
It's got to be roach up in there. It's somewhere in that motherfucker.
Anything black people got, they got. So my whole point is, I'm just trying to say,
it ain't racist.
If we gonna turn this thing around, all I brought this story up to say is, we got to start being more sensitive to one another's reality.
Yeah. Don't be sensitive for the bullshit. Yeah. Just the reality.
Just the reality. So, Kim, you need to do your history.
Yeah, Kim.
That lady didn't have no roaches in her house. That lady.
Is Kim date brothers though?
I don't know.
She married a white boy.
But I don't know who she did. That lady, and we also got to be sensitive to the fact that the black women felt like that because they feel like that's why you saying it. You know what I'm saying?
It was only one. Yeah, the problem was,
but you gotta still say that's our reality too.
Right.
So we gotta to communicate more and start to understand one another's reality because a lot of white people act like they kind of confused and lost.
They ain't confused.
They not, but they play this role. Because Kim know when she said that bullshit what she meant.
Yeah. But I think
so that's where I think it got twisted is what Nene should have told her, no, that's what your ass meant.
Right.
That's what you was trying to say.
Well,
the problem is in the hood.
The problem is probably because Nene and all of them done had roaches in their crib. So they're like, wait, but
back in the day,
not now, but they all had roaches. So I guess
I don't know why they brought her ass back. No way, I don't like Kim Hayes. I just had to say that little part. She ain't need to come back, but that's what they were saying. We just got to be, more sensitive to one another's reality. All right, we're going to close on this.
Okay, what's up?
This is a good one right
here.
Barack
Is
Obama,
it good?
Yeah.
We've been killing the game already. Go ahead.
Yeah, Barack Obama makes Melania Trump form a natural smile.
Yeah.
Okay, Barbara Bush died, and they say George Bush
is going to go
any minute, right?
Yeah, because usually, they've been married
90 years,
70 years almost.
100 years. You can't, if your spouse died, you might as well just say, well, I ain't eating no more. Y'all might as well. And he already 100 years old, damn near.
This is bullshit.
Some bull. He
probably yelled at you gonna leave before me?
He went to the hospital after the film.
Yeah, he did. He
ain't even go home for a weekend. He said no.
I'm not laughing for that, but
no, it ain't funny. It ain't. We not
laughing.
Funny,
but we comics and that's what true though. That's true. He's like, fuck it, take me to the hospital. I'm going tomorrow.
Soon as they left the cemetery, he was like, I need to go emergency room real quick. My shit shut down.
Yo, my shit ain't working right.
My shit ain't working.
Mr. President, you want to go home? Nah, take a nigga to the general hospital.
Well, anyway, Melania Trump, and y'all know her little stiff ass, she was sitting next to Barack Obama, and I don't know what he was saying to her.
I know what he was saying.
But she was smiling like never before because she married to a milk dud.
Yeah.
So since she married to that fucking milk dud, ain't a lot of smiles.
Yeah, no, I know.
What'd he say? What'd he say to her?
I know how to hit that ass better than you. That's what he said. You know how to hit that ass. Because you know what? She is cute, though. You got to get Trump. I think she's sexy.
All right.
She's not better than Michelle.
Okay.
But it's something about her. She has a sex appeal. I don't know. But unfortunately,
I know she steals speeches.
She steals speeches.
I know that.
Well, I don't even think she stole whoever wrote it for her, because they don't write this shit.
But she knows
she didn't write it.
But she was sitting there smiling.
That's amazing, though, how they do. That's like a comic being at a show, like, is this nigga doing my shit?
Yeah,
and I'm here?
They said that whole speech. She ain't spoke English since she said that goddamn speech. Then she was sitting there next to him.
And I want to know why she's never worked on her English.
She's
been here. You know what? She don't care because she's rich.
She don't give a shit. Then she said
that's unfair. That's so unfair.
She was sitting there by President Obama and was saying, Michelle, woo, 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 woo. This good looking, woo. And he was just leaning over saying, I'm just talking to you because I know you got to go back home to that milk dud motherfucker.
Yeah, go home. But if not, but check it out. He probably like, look, you know I got a partner if you want to go ahead and
because you know she'll jump off.
Yeah.
Let's just put it out there.
Yeah, you be like, digga, I saw you with the 2 chicks that time. So I was just wondering.
She just was happy to be in the presence of someone intelligent.
She probably was happy to be out the White House and away from them. She doesn't. I don't know. I mean, she married a man, so I don't. One thing about me, let me get this straight. I didn't vote for Trump. Mm-hmm. I voted for Hillary. There's a lot of things I don't agree with him, but I will say, as an American, no matter what your feelings are about it, I still have to respect the White House. I have to respect our government because at the end of the day, I know if we go to war or something like that, I'm going to want us to be safe. I know we travel a lot, you know, and I think in a small way, when we disrespect the president, we disrespect our military, we disrespect the people that are serving under him, that whether they want to or not, have to do it. I felt the same way, you know, I felt when Barack was...
But the president disrespectful, so I think they work hand in hand. So if you disrespectful as shit, I don't see why nobody need to respect you.
But you know what?
And I don't think that... I don't discount the military, and I'm grateful for everything that they do. And I know that they don't have to do that, and I know that they protect us. But he's some shit. And he's very disrespectful with his comments out his mouth. He's less learned. He's very unintelligent. He's a bully.
Mm-hmm. But and
he's scared.
Like I said, I'm not
never respecting his eyes. He got to give me something to respect.
I didn't say so much about him as I'm saying. I just have to respect.
And I hope President Obama squeezed her titty on the
he might have
on the way out.
That's why she was like, because there was a church like this. She was like this. That's why she smiled. She's like,
Michelle Obama just played. Should have squeezed her titty.
Michelle fine.
And tell your husband when you get home, show him how to squeeze your titty and squeeze his too, fat ass self.
Damn, squeeze the titty.
Squeeze.
Our show went from who gonna win the championship to ending in who gonna squeeze the titty.
Show her so she was like. What's that?
Can I thank you for allowing me to be on your show?
Oh, yeah.
We have never actually hung. I mean, we've talked a million times.
But we ain't never kick it like that.
Right,
But I already know you was a real brother, though, from the times we kicked it. And,
I appreciate that. That means a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think it means a lot because I think, and I want to say this, one, I appreciate you letting me be on the show, all jokes aside. And I say this publicly because I think sometimes I'm misconceived. I'm misunderstood. Because I'm you know, when I'm on stage, I do my thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Know? But when I'm off stage, I'm kind of like observing. You know me, I'm chill. You know what I mean? I'll be watching one. I think
that's fine.
Yeah, and I think sometimes it comes off as I'm standoffish or conceited, but it's
you
not
never
that
gave
way.
me that.
Okay, and I appreciate that. So
you never gave me
I just want, I appreciate you and your audience allowing me to be on the show. I've always admired you. We've always been cool way before you got the gig, and I'm just proud of all the stuff you've achieving. And
likewise,
so it's nothing but a blessing to be on your show, and I really appreciate it.
So thank you, and thank you for coming.
I appreciate y'all, man. This show was hot.
We had a good time.
We did. We did.
Time. So I hope back to Melania. I hope he squeezed her too, because he can't squeeze it with them motherfucking little baby girl hands. He got 6-year-old hands.
They lucky I wasn't. They lucky I wasn't at the wedding. At the funeral, because I'd have hollered. I was
I'm just playing Michelle.
Michelle, we ain't playing Michelle.
Yes, we are.
Ain't playing Michelle.
I just had to say Michelle. No, he ain't shit.
Yeah. Hey,
okay,
but so I can tell people where to follow me.
Yes, please. That's what I was was getting ready to say.
I'm sorry.
No, that's what I was getting ready to say.
Okay.
Tell them where to follow you. Tell them what to look out for.
Okay.
You on and all that. And anything like I tell you every week, if they on this show, support them. They coming to your town. They selling something. Please, by all means, go support.
First of all, thank you again, D, for having me on the show. You can follow me on Dan. I'm only on Facebook and Instagram because I'm just not a big tweet dude. I think Twitter gets you more trouble than anything because it's not enough character to really say what you want to say. You know, you'd be like, yo, so this is the problem with the bra. They'd be like, oh, so we all bras now. No, the bra's from New York, but I got to tweet 55 times. So, but you can find me on Facebook as Dannon Green, Dannon, last name Green, Green, or you can find me on Instagram at Dannon Green 66. That's Dannon Green, Green 66. Right now, I have a couple things that are going on. I just got hired. I'm going to be doing a movie called I Am a Dream.
That's what's up.
That's
Congratulations.
going to, yes, thank you. I'm also associate producer on it.
All right.
With my man Steven Sticks out of Connecticut.
Congratulations.
I did a movie before. It's a SAG movie. Low budget SAG, but it's a SAG movie.
SAG that's a Screen Actors
Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize.
If you don't know what that is, that's just our union.
Yeah,
so
union.
anything you see us on TV with those things.
But it validates the movie a little bit more.
It validates the movie more, and we're in the union. You have to be in the union, just like Black Jesus is coming out and all that. We're in the
she
union.
She cannot do a non-union show because she'll be going against the union. It's like you're breaking the union.
Right,
So,
and you're going to get penalized.
So that's the same with me right now. So I'm doing a film that's union. I just booked the Tom Joyner cruise.
All right, that's going to be fun, dang.
Yeah, I know. I leave.
Dang, you're going to have a ball, dang.
I can only do 4 days though.
You not taking sand to the beach with you, are you?
No. I got 4 days because I'm only doing half the. I'm doing half the shit because.
Don't take
so I ain't think I'm saying no.
Okay,
so when I get on the boat, I'm like, look at y'all. I ain't got but 3 more days. Somebody getting fucked. Somebody getting his pussy up today.
Shout out to Tom Jordan. I love Tom.
And he's a bro too. So rude to the bro.
Absolutely.
So I got that going on, and then on the 14th of this month, I'm going overseas with Daniel Dugard, Rodney Perry. We're doing 12.
How Dugard doing? Shout out to
doing
Dugard.
good. He's a good brother, man. Dugar's my guy. Yeah, and we need to look out for him more. I want y'all to look out for Daniel Dugard.
Oh, man,
He's put a lot of money in comedians' pockets.
Absolutely. I went to Oakland one year and ain't had nowhere to stay, and I stayed at Dugard's apartment.
Right, yeah.
He said at that time he was single and all that. He said, I don't got a lot of room, but you can get, and I got right up in there.
Right.
So shout out to Daniel Dugard. Please look out for Dugard.
Yeah, he's a good dude. So I'm doing that. We got the movie. We got the tour. We got the cruise, and then I'm promoting my first show in Memphis, Tennessee, June 30th.
Okay.
My first comedy show. I'm doing a show out there. We hope it hits. I know it will. We're coming out to support. If you're in Memphis, June 30th, we're gonna have Brother Man, Reggie Ballard, AJ Johnson, and Cool Bubba Ice.
That's a good show.
That's a good show.
Excellent show.
Yeah. So
if you in Memphis, go get them tickets. That's an excellent show.
Yeah, and so what we're gonna do is our goal is to see how it goes. The first one, if it goes well, we're gonna have access to that venue, and then of course we're gonna have my girl. Exactly.
You know I'm coming through.
So I got those things going on, and and my final thing is I've been shooting a documentary for the last month and a half. I'm shooting a documentary, and it's based on my old boxing gym back in Philadelphia.
Oh, you know what? That's what I didn't tell you. He can box.
Yeah, I used to be a fighter, amateur.
So don't run up on him.
Yeah, don't.
He gonna whoop your ass.
Yeah.
You're gonna be looking like, and then when he start, because he gifted at the shoulders.
Yeah.
Shout out to Scruncho. I get that from Scruncho.
Yeah. Now, Scruncho's gifted at the shoulders. Scruncho choke you out, then go ahead and get busy.
He does a lot of training. I'm going to have to talk to him about that, so I need to train.
Yeah, but so I'm doing that right now. So I'm writing that out, and that should be. I'm hoping that'll be finished by the end of September.
Okay.
We have a big screening, and of course you'll be at that too.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much, y'all.
Thank you for coming, Danny. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. You know where to find me, Dominique Comedy, Comedi. That's Instagram. Dominique Comedian on Facebook, and Dominique Comedy on Twitter. I'm thinking about getting the Snapchat. Look out for Black Jesus. It's coming up.
Great show.
It's coming.
Great
the third
show.
season is coming to you this summer.
Got my girl Angela Gibbs on there.
Angela Gibbs in there. Corey Holcomb.
That's right. Angela and Corey.
Angela Gibbs. Corey Holcomb.
Hey, Corey, watch your show?
He should. That's my guy.
Hey, Corey, you watch your show? See what she did? She put me on. Nigga, put me on your show.
Corey Holcomb.
That's my man.
Slink, Gerald Slink
Slink,
Johnson.
what's up, Big Slink?
He plays Black Jesus. I'm going to get him on here, Corey on here. We going to do the damn thing.
But if you bring Slink, you're going to have to bring a fan up in this motherfucker.
That's okay.
But the weed will be flowing.
Yeah, that's good. All the time. Sometimes it's all right to smoke yours.
You got to smoke yours.
You got to smoke yours. That's what Slink always say. So Black Jesus coming to you.
Yes, that's a great,
watch
excellent
out
show.
for that. So and like I say all week long, thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for supporting. And we see y'all next week with another funny one because the funny is here with Dominique and friends. And we're out.